In a world with way too many podcasts comes Jeptalion and This Guy, the podcast to end all podcasts. With some pieced together recording equipment, a couple loosely informed topics, and a coin, these three friends set out to forever change the next hour of your life.
Japtalion and This Guy is solely for entertainment purposes. Joseph, Eric, and Morgan are not professional researchers, investigators, or gynecologists. Not suitable for children.
Welcome to Japtalion and This Guy. I'm Eric.
Hey, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Morgan.
And today is December the 6th, 2020.
Yay.
Who wants to tell them what we do here?
Well, I'm Morgan, and we catch up on the last week or whatever, talk about some shits going on. Then occasionally we'll flip a coin and, have like a tournament to see who does a topic. Are we doing that this week? We're not doing that this week, though.
I don't think we are. I think Joseph came in all Mussolini style and was like, I'm going to do my own topic.
This is my show.
Joseph hasn't done a topic in the new office settings, so we made a democratic decision that Joseph was going to do a topic.
I like democracy.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Well, let's get this boy started.
Can we flip a coin anyways? Were we going to do that?
We can flip one anyways. We'll just lie about the outcome.
We gonna catch up on our weeks or anything? Or
No, Joseph
No,
called
we're
it in
just
the air.
flipping right-
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I guess
Oh, we
whatever.
got, God, we're getting out of order. Can we cut all this?
We got a
No,
system for
we
a
gotta
reason.
keep it in.
We got to keep it
Yeah, we got to keep
so I
this.
can't insult Jewish people.
Not anymore.
How come you can get away with that?
It's a joke.
But we give Joseph shit
It's a
about
joke
it.
when never mind. Fuck you guys.
We
How
know
about
you're
that?
not joking about it.
Fuck you.
I've seen the tattoos.
Not only is it never mind. There's no way I'm fucking frustrated now.
Just where we want you. So what happened this week?
Anybody? Everybody.
Anybody?
Great.
I hurt my back.
Dude,
How's that for
on
exciting?
like at least 70% of the episodes, you talk about your back hurting.
Oh, it's like it's a new level of hurt right now.
What's going on? Don't tell me some bullshit about working for Wood Electric.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Was it? Which part?
Were you
It
digging
was
ditches?
the crawling under a house part, which I'm a team player, but
You did a great job.
dude, one of those pieces of ductwork, I had to like flip over on my back and then go down into an excavated section of dirt to get under it.
Shit.
And then right on the other side of it was another one that had not been excavated that I had to wedge my chest under, then exhale and squeeze through the rest of the way. And I don't know if you heard me, but I was like getting upset, I think, like, because I tend to make a lot of noise when I'm under there and
Yeah.
cuss a lot.
You do.
And,
Every time.
honestly, if you don't want that, you should send somebody else under the house, maybe a mute or something. But that's what it takes for me to do that job,
Yeah, I do it too.
you know? Because, I don't know. After I got out, my back started freaking out on me. And it's like, if it's like an area of pain, it's like the whole right side of my back is just like pain, 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 more pain. But, I'm sorry.
You want to earn some money this week?
Yeah. I do. Gotta need some money.
Yeah. Whew. Thought I was going to have to work.
No, dude, I've been doing construction for a long time. The way you deal with back pain is you keep working.
Yeah, I agree.
That's been my experience. Same thing with when you think you have the flu. You just go to work.
You just fucking
And you're
work
like,
through it.
if I make it to lunchtime without throwing up or passing out, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I've gone sick as hell. Then like I just need some money, and I've gone, and it turned out to not be so bad.
So, I'll say Joseph's been a huge help to me. The other week I went for a checkup from my doctor about my shoulder, like 6 months out on my shoulder surgery. That's what it's been since the surgery. And the doctor pretty much told me that the work that I'm doing isn't helping the recovery of the shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
In not so many words. And then he's like, yeah, well, I can't tell you how to earn a living. So here I am with my shoulder gradually getting worse. And all this now work's piling up. And Joseph has actually come to the rescue, I think.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I'm a hero. That's why.
He's a hero. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear back brace.
We rented
Yeah.
a hotel room in town last night just to use the hot tub.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's badass.
That's cool.
With the heart shape.
That's my work ethic. That was. So I hurt my toe. This is how I'm going to relate it. I hurt my toe. I don't know when. It's been hurt for a long time, and it'll get kind of infected a little bit, and then it goes away.
Here we go.
And I got into the hot water, and I don't know if this is a thing, but when I got into the hot water, I kind of pulled my foot up to look at it, and pus of I didn't touch my toe. Just a little thing of pus shot out of my toe.
Oh, wow.
I think
That is
from the
so
hot
gross.
water,
That
the I don't know, physics of it just made it shoot out of my toe. I was like, oh my God.
It was like a bukkake.
so I,
yeah, pus. Oh God.
So I
I'm
had
so sorry, listeners.
I'm not. Fuck y'all. So I had a very similar incident happened earlier this year. You know, I moved at the end of March into a new house. Well, in January or something, I just like I came home from work and my toe was hurting really bad, and I didn't think too much about it, and got up the next morning and the whole toenail was purple, and it was just like that for like you know, until I got into this new house. And then I took a shower. I got gas water heater and stuff at the new place and shit. And it's scalding fucking hot. I love gas hot water. And I got out the shower and my toe, like I was drying off and stuff, and I noticed my toenail was just fucking leaking. You know, it was just everything that was under my toenail was now coming out. And I was like, thank God, because it, you know, it's built up pressure and shit. So I was really glad that it came out, but just wanted to one up you.
Yeah, you could have gone in there with something and like sucked it out of there. Like sliced it open, like stuck a turkey baster under there or a syringe or something. Just
turkey baster?
It
With the
depends on
little
how big
bubble
cut
on it.
is. Yeah.
It wasn't a cut. It's just my toenail. I don't even know why it turned purple in the first place. It just fucking happened one day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that the swelling's kind of down, there's like a black edge, and I can't tell if it's from, because if blood gets underneath the fingernail, it'll turn black.
That's called necrosis.
Well, if blood gets under there, the blood will turn black. But if it's the skin, then yeah, could be skin dying down there.
Gotta cut that thing off.
And he said I need to go to a doctor to get it figured out.
What? Really? She doesn't usually say that.
Well, she can't quite see if it's just under the nail where it's dried blood or if it's the skin. So if Annie's kind of concerned, I should probably go to a doctor.
You're going to make an appointment?
Definitely go if Annie suggests going to a doctor. I don't think I've ever heard her suggest that.
Well, I might go. I'll let y'all know what happens.
All right, now that we've done all our old man complaining.
There was some old man complaining, was that?
Oh, my back hurts. Oh, my toe leaked pus today. My toe turned purple from nowhere.
Well, on a positive note, I've been seriously thinking about going and getting a manicure or a pedicure done. Not manicure, I can't do that.
Is that a positive note?
It's positive, yeah. Getting a pedicure, it sounds like fun.
You like doing that? Have you done it before?
Not since I quit getting high.
Was
I did
that
it when I
some
was
goth shit that
I
you
was
were doing?
doing it.
Would you shoot up and go get a pedicure? I don't
It
understand
was,
here.
I guess it was a mixture of some goth shit and just I'm a drug dealer shit. And so, you know, and my...
What?
What,
I bet I know a lot of drug dealers that don't get pedicures.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I've met a lot who have immaculate fucking nails, though. Like polished up and everything.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's some...
And I saw that on some dude one day, and I was like, damn, I should do that.
That's like pimp shit.
Yeah, his shit was like semi-precious stones on his fingers. They were so polished and like evenly shaped. I was like, damn, that is cool.
It's like a dude that wears beige suits and
He was dressed nice, yeah.
crocodile shoes and slaps women.
Yeah, I'm not letting anybody touch my feet. I'm just not a big fan of people touching my feet.
I will totally let someone touch my feet.
I'm not.
I will pay them money, in fact, to touch my feet and make my feet look nice.
My girlfriend likes my feet.
Oh, Morgan was about to tell us about putting conditioner on his feet.
Oh, I think that's an inside joke. Is it?
It might be an inside joke. He mentioned using conditioner in another episode
He did.
for something. Just listen to our episodes. They may not be released yet,
That's not an excuse.
but keep listening and you'll know the joke.
So anyways,
We're going to do a fake coin toss, or are we just going to get into
Just
it?
throw money at me. Heads.
you son of a bitch, it's heads.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, it really is heads. We didn't have to
We
lie.
didn't have to lie.
The black magic still works.
Oh, hey, my mom listened to the episode.
Oh, man.
Well, she listened
She's
to a
still
good
talking to you?
portion of it. Yeah, she thought it was good enough to listen to for a short period of time and then cut off. I don't know. She liked it. She liked listening to it. She thought it was funny, but I don't think she could listen to the whole thing because YouTube. You know, you got to go about your life, and we were just talking about how you can't cut your phone off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
brother said a friend of his started listening to it, and he said it was quote unquote interesting
Why is that in quotes?
because that's all he said.
Oh, okay.
That's all my brother told me that he said.
Oh, so it wasn't an air quote interesting.
It was just, and I quote, interesting.
Okay.
Which to me, you might as well say, oh, it was. Because the word interesting really does not
Yeah, it's
give
ambiguous.
much.
That would have been kind of cool if he had just said that. It was.
What'd you think of it?
It was like a guy having sex with a sheep. That technically is interesting.
Oh, yeah,
It
okay.
piqued my interest as to why a guy would bang a sheep.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. But it doesn't
Yeah.
clarify whether you're repulsed by it or interested in it or shocked or.
Yeah. There's not a lot of nuance there.
Yeah. It's. Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do it like this.
So what's the topic this week, old Tokyo Joe?
All right. This is. All right, this is the Werewolf of Bedburg, which is, inspired some stuff.
Like?
Movies.
Oh.
Did you say Werewolf
some
of Bedbug?
The Werewolf of Bedbug. It's a vicious bed bug that bites you, and then you become a bed bug, and you go around biting other people and living in their beds.
Nice.
No, it's a Werewolf of Bedburg. Bedburg, Germany.
Is that a place that still exists?
It is a place that still exists,
Under the same name?
as are werewolves. A thing that still exists.
Okay.
Is this one of those that you actually believe what you're saying? Ooh.
I believe I could buy the Dogman thing.
Okay.
That maybe it's a thing
Oh,
that
that has a
doesn't
name.
shapeshift.
What was the name?
I think it was Dogman. Oh, lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy.
The ailment that causes people to shapeshift into animals.
Not lycanthropy. The
Lycanthrope?
Dogman thing, like the guy that was in the Barnum Circus back when it first started.
Oh, yeah, the ailment. It's
Causes you to grow hair all over. I remember you.
Hairy face.
not trichinosis.
Hairy face nosis.
Hypertrichosis. I think.
Hypertrichosis. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was.
I was close.
Hairy face trichinosis.
You're right there.
I am Caesar
Bedburg.
Here's the story. Okay, in Bedburg, Germany, 1580s, lived a wealthy farmer named Peter Stump.
Stump?
Stump.
With 2 P's?
Yep, as in stump jump.
Stump. Wait. Do you know that?
His name is Peter Stump. I don't think that was his original name. I got that later.
Where'd you come up with stump jump?
Oh, that's like it rhymes, and then there's that thing with people use for
Rednecks?
off-road vehicles. Yeah,
Oh.
stump jumpers.
Oh, okay. No, there's this guy when I
Kinda
first
like
started
mud.
doing electrical work. There was this guy Buzz. He was really weird, but he would talk about
Buzz, and he does electrical work. That's nice.
It was fucking weird. Guy was weird, but he used to talk about my electrician because he was a redneck electrician that I worked under,
Yeah.
and he would call him a stump jumper all the time, implying that he was a redneck and redneck stump jump, and I never understood why. What is stump jumping?
Yeah, see, I believe it's like an off-road vehicle activity like mudding,
Oh, okay.
where you
All
just
right.
try to see what crazy stuff you can drive over with your vehicle.
Buzz was German. That guy was German.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably a Nazi, huh?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
I didn't say that. I've had friends who are German.
We've seen the tattoos.
Get the fuck out of here. We should start documenting this with video evidence, and I will just do it shirtless.
Please don't.
Hey, there might be some listeners that want to see that.
There are definitely people who would want to see that.
Well, okay.
I'll start working out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I'm on it.
I'm going to start working out tomorrow. This is Talion from Japtalion This Guy, and I would like to discuss an issue common to many people, regrettable tattoos. Do you have tattoos that embarrass you or make it difficult to tan in public places? These tattoos can range from supporting bands that failed the test of time to hateful iconography that puts your bigotry on full display. Well, now there is a way to erase the hate and shame with Joey Tone's laser tattoo removal. We do it all. Ex-partners' names, once proud devotion to bands like Hoobastank, the Dixie Chicks, New Kids on the Block, and many others. Although, our specialty is erasing the hate, be it anti-Semitism, full-on Nazism, or hate towards anyone else who doesn't live the way you think they should. Our service does not discriminate between those who wish to amend their hateful views and those who want to put it back in the closet. But, if it is the latter, we will personally condemn you after receiving payment for services rendered. Warning, Talion is not a trained professional at laser tattoo removal. This service may sear, scar, and or mutilate exposed skin, sever limbs, and has led to death. Customers assume full responsibility for all possible adverse consequences. Payment is expected even in worst case scenarios. All right, so this dude, Peter Stump, he was a widower and a father of 2 children. One child was a daughter of at least 15 years named Beale or Sybil.
Like she was 15 years old.
Yeah, 15 years old.
Beale or Sybil?
Yes. These records are from the 1580s, so
Okay.
there was a couple of big events in Germany since then that destroyed a lot of records.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of any of them.
I just thought
Beale
it
or
was
Sybil.
a weird or like
Oh, okay, because the next one is a son of unknown age.
okay. That I understand more, but it was like Susie or Sally seemed like more of an or, but Beale or some name that sounds nothing
Sybil.
like Bill.
Sybil. Beale.
Beale,
fuck outta here.
Sybil.
You-
I don't know. I was just
Makes-
asking questions.
That
dude.
makes sense to me.
You have to shame me.
Sibyl.
Sibyl. We as the Germans, we name our daughter Sibyl.
Should we apologize? Fuck that. Okay. Anyway. Stump seems to have been given the name Stump because his left hand had been removed.
Oh, that's right.
It's believed that the werewolf of Bedburg, who I guess had been sighted, had its left forepaw removed, possibly in a
bitch.
trap. This was used later to link Stump to the werewolf of Bedburg. You know, and honestly, they could have just lopped his hand off and been like, see, he looks like that. I mean, who the hell knows? Sometimes you need to make the evidence say what you want. All right, in 1589, Stump had been accused of being an insatiable bloodsucker who, for the past 25 years, had gorged himself on the flesh of goats, lambs, and sheep, as well as men, women, and children. Also of having an incestuous relationship with his daughter and keeping a distant cousin as a mistress. Keeping a distant cousin as a mistress, apparently, at this time in Germany was a crime.
Got a lot going on.
I don't know which part of it's a crime, though, if it's the distant cousin or the mistress, because he was married, then he was widowed, and so maybe they weren't cool with that.
So missing a hand, possibly banging his daughter, banging a cousin, drinking blood.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on,
Lot of
and running
stuff.
a farm, one-handed.
All while
Wow.
running a farm one-handed.
Impressive.
Son of a bitch.
Impressive. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, during the
I'm
interrogation,
impressed.
during the interrogation, the interrogation looks a lot like being stretched on a rack. Stump also confessed to practicing black magic since the age of 12. He claimed the devil had given him a magical belt that could transform him into, quote, the likeness of a greedy, devouring wolf, strong and mighty, with eyes great and large, which in the night sparkled like fire, a mouth great and wide, with most sharp and cruel teeth, a huge body and mighty paws.
The better
End
to
quote.
eat you with.
That was a mouthful. I guess that's, you get a lot of information from somebody on a rack. God damn.
My chair just gave loose. Can you repeat all that in a German accent?
Let me see. This is great. This is great. That's how I practice my German accent.
Was that your German accent?
Uh-huh.
Don't do it.
We'll just have to edit it out.
Oh, God.
Okay. And
Okay.
okay, and then when he removed the belt, he would return to a human form, which, obviously they went and looked for the belt because what would be more badass than having a belt that could turn you into a werewolf?
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
that would be some badass technology for the 1500s, But of course, they didn't find it, or they found it and somebody didn't say anything when they found it, and they just kept it for themselves.
Nope, didn't find the belt. Did he look like a wolf a minute ago?
That's some Avengers supervillain shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, an extensive search found no belt. He confessed to killing and eating 14 children, 2 pregnant women, whose fetuses he ripped from their wombs and, quote, ate their hearts panting, hot, and raw, which later he described as dainty morsels.
Wow.
Dainty morsels.
I know, it's kind of gross.
Dainty?
I wonder how he would have described the pus that shot out of my toe this morning. It was very creamy.
Creme de la creme.
I messed that voice up. Very creamy. Nope.
You want to try again?
Turn the R into a W.
Quimmy. Very quimmy. Can they not? Now I'm saying they as if I'm stereotyping all German people. Jesus Christ. What have we become?
Oh, this thing's devolved.
I'm sending this to my mom
We just got started.
Are
It's
you?
already devolved.
Are
It's
so she can give us
fucking
her
nonsense.
things. I was going to make a joke earlier about somebody having their hand removed because they were fisting my mom, but I thought
Oh,
it was
man.
of poor taste.
Now, you just said it.
I know. I did it anyways.
Wow. Okay. I lost my place.
It's like, I don't know where to go from here.
Dainty morsels.
Dainty more. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. One of the 14 children was his own son, whose brain he was reported to have devoured. Additionally, he had confessed to having intercourse with a succubus that had been provided by the devil. For this, Peter Stump, his daughter Beale Stump, and Peter Stump's mistress were sentenced to death.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
You'd think the other 2 were willing participants? I mean, maybe the distant cousin was, but you'd think the daughter was like in this consensual relationship with her dad?
There's still countries today where women will be sentenced to death for being raped by men.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm just saying, historically, women were not treated very well, whether they were a part of the sex or not, like willing participant of the sex or not a part of it. But historically, women were not treated well, even if they were raped, which obviously, by definition, rape means they were unwilling. I think.
You. So
are we all defining rape as that?
That's what it means in this country.
Yes.
It may not mean that in Pakistan or wherever.
Right, which is why I wanted a definition.
You want me to give you a definition? I'm not giving you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that? I know you've seen that skit where that guy does that fake advertising where he uses the word grape to bust in that room. He's like, "I will grape you."
No, I've not.
What? Get the fuck out. Oh, I swear you were the one who showed me.
He's totally the one
Really?
that showed you.
Was
yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, that totally sounds like something you would have showed me.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
you showed it to me, and then we all three watched it together in Joseph's kitchen.
Get graped in your mouth.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
What? Really?
No, I'm not lying.
What was that show called?
And
They
then
were
they were
Canadians,
like, if you
weren't they?
call and order now, you can get a free grape whistle. It was,
I don't remember that.
it was fucking like
like
Kids in the
Kids in the
Hall.
Hall.
Yeah.
Kids in the Hall, I
I
think
don't
it was.
remember showing y'all that or seeing that.
Oh, well, that's great
Wow.
because you can enjoy it again.
For the first time.
Kind of like when I see a movie the second time. It's like I saw it for
Dude,
the first
I think
time.
you're wearing off on me with your bad memory.
Really, my memory's actually getting better.
Oh,
Okay.
So
that's a
I
matter of
don't know if I
opinion.
believe
It's
that.
kind of like it's kind of like when you lose weight, that weight has to go somewhere.
I forgot that
Is it?
Morgan had called me earlier. He was like, "Yeah, we talked like 5 minutes ago." No, get the fuck out of here. No, we didn't.
Yeah, that was crazy as hell. You're like, we haven't talked today. Like, huh? Yes.
Okay.
So they sentenced him, the daughter, and the mistress to death.
To death. Death. Okay.
Death, 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 death.
On October 31st, which is Halloween, 1589, Stump's mistress and his daughter, Beale Stump, were flayed and strangled.
What
Was it
the fuck?
Beale or Sybil?
I'm using Beale,
So, filleted, like,
not filleted, flayed.
what's flayed?
Flay?
I believe it's where they whip the flesh off of you.
Mm.
Look it up. And strangled, we all know what that is. Okay, and
Both
Peter,
of those sound slightly arousing.
everybody's looking
Flay.
up Pornhub of flayed.
Flay. Flay. Flay.
Get the fuck out of here. Just read it.
Peel the skin off.
Mm.
Oh, that's not as fun as, like, whipping.
Well, it
It's fun
says
if you're making bacon.
peel skin off of a corpse or carcass, whip or beat someone so harshly as to remove their skin.
It's pretty rough.
Baby, you know what we're doing
That's
next
rough.
weekend.
Just don't ruin any tattoos, right? Those things cost money.
That's right.
We've seen the tattoos.
Okay. I'm trying to contain my rage. All right. Peter Stump was tied to a wheel and using red hot pincers. The court had 10 strips of flesh removed from his torso and then from his arms and legs. And I got a theory about why they use red hot pincers, which is when you take the pincers and grab the skin, it cooks it and causes it to pull off easier. So you can get a piece started and pull
Like-
off a strip.
Like pork rinds.
Mm-hmm. Like pork rinds.
Oh, that's awful.
I wonder if they. Never mind. I was maybe gonna get a little gross with that.
Oh, yeah, this isn't gross.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I wonder if because burning flesh is kind of repulsive to us. I wonder if they throw like sage or something on there so it smells a little better for the crowd.
Like some rosemary and
Yeah,
sage.
Like Montreal steak sauce or something.
Sprinkle some thyme on it.
Yeah.
Cover them in pork fat.
Yeah.
Start just basting.
You know, because I bet if you did that, you could then also increase the sales of like food products for people watching. Because that
Okay.
smell, they would be like, oh man, I could really go for a euro right now.
They eat euros in Germany.
I don't know. I bet they do now.
They probably do now.
There's the Euros.
Where are you hiding the euros? Oh my God. Okay.
Really got him.
All
Really
right,
got
yeah.
Joseph with that one.
Yep.
Okay. And then, okay, they removed the flesh. Then the blunt side of an axe. Then the blunt side of an axe was used to break his arms and legs so he could not return from the grave.
Like fucking Misery.
Yeah, and there's, the theory about in my head about breaking the arms and legs with an axe so they can't return from the grave is that if you reanimate after you're dead and your arms and legs are broken, you can't really dig yourself out of the grave. You just kind of lay there, which would probably be a real
Why don't they
drag.
just cut the motherfuckers off if they're using an axe?
Yeah, why not?
Big it.
I don't know. I guess maybe they were worried he would bleed to death because he's still alive, apparently.
Oh yeah, they
while they're
wanted
doing
to
this.
keep him alive. That's right.
Yeah. Then he was beheaded, and his body, along with the bodies of his daughter and mistress, were burned. Stump's head was displayed on a torture wheel with the body of a wolf in the town for all to see. So they made a big display of it. You know?
They do anything weird to his dick? I think it's weird that they didn't mention anything about mutilating his dick.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get to that. And
No, they didn't, but there might be a reason for that. I mean, there's potentially a reason for all these antics, all these antics involving Stump and his family. Okay, so in 1587, the castle of Bedburg was captured by Catholic mercenaries, and Bedburg was where the Catholic movement headquartered to establish the Roman faith as the one true faith.
Where are you going with this?
This is where I'm going with it. Peter Stump was a Protestant.
Uh-oh.
It's possible that the whole trial was a message to Protestants to convert. This is further solidified
By the mass conversion.
by the mass conversion. It's very convincing. By the German aristocracy's presence during the trial, which back in the day, the elite didn't attend these kinds of trials because, it's kind of fucking brutal, I guess. And maybe the elite, they're okay with like torturing children in the privacy of their own castles, but they're not okay with like watching like a farmer get tortured. That's it.
On the topic of the
Yeah,
Werewolf of
that's it.
Bedburg.
That's it. It's a short one.
Ooh.
Why was it so long the last time we did it?
What are you talking about? It wasn't?
All right.
We didn't even talk about bed bugs.
I'm not talking about bed bugs.
Whatever. What's the runtime on this? Like half an hour? Fuck.
Mhm. Fuck.
I got another one that's short if you want it.
Does it have to do with mutilations and
No, this one's actually a little more comical.
Comical.
It's a little more lighthearted. I'll bust it out. Let me bust it out. Worst thing you can do is just edit it. Just cut it out if you don't like it.
Whip it on out. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
understand how
Gandhi.
that's so short. You got like a novel over here.
Okay, I got another one here.
Kentucky. Is this the blue people of Kentucky? Have y'all ever heard of the blue people
Hell
of
yeah,
Kentucky?
the incesting and stuff.
I have heard of it, but this is a different weirdness in Kentucky. This is
That's-
called
Shocking.
the Kentucky Meat Shower, which sounds like a metal band or something.
Why didn't we choose that for our name? Who picked Jack Italian and this guy?
The Kentucky meat shower.
It's a good name, isn't it? All right, on March 3rd, 1876, in the settlement of Rankin in Bath County, Kentucky.
Rankin and Bath?
Rankin in Bath County.
In Bath County.
Yeah, settlement of Rankin
Rankin?
in Bath County, Kentucky.
I want to see how many times I can get you to say Rankin.
Rankin. What's the Rankin? All right. Alan Crouch owned a farm where he lived with his wife. It was a perfectly clear day, a good day to be out working, which is what Mrs. Crouch was doing. I didn't say what Alan Crouch was doing. Probably getting drunk.
And this was in Bath County?
In Bath County. At a settlement called Rankin. Between 11 a.m. and noon, Mrs. Crouch was about 40 paces away from her house, engaged in making soap.
Yeah.
When what looked like fresh meat, possibly beef, began to fall all around her. She claimed it fell like large snowflakes and described the
Son
meat
of a
as
bitch.
gristly.
Gristly?
Gristly. The meat shower lasted for several minutes.
Wait a minute. Did she like pick a chunk up and chew on it?
That's later.
I love beef
Oh, okay.
gristle.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead.
The meat shower lasted for several minutes. The meat measured about 2 inches by 2 inches and covered an area of 100 yards by 50 yards, which is pretty fucking big area
Wow.
to be.
What year did you
for
say
meat.
this was?
1876.
Well,
bitch.
this meat shower lasts for about an hour, folks. So
Well, the meat shower. Welcome to the meat shower.
and I'm Joseph.
Mr. and Mrs. Crouch, both being deeply religious, saw the event as a sign from God because I don't know why.
Because God rains meat down.
Yeah, because yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's
Our God is an awesome God.
what is it in the I think
He
it's the
rains meat.
Old Testament
from
where they talk
heaven
about
above.
God raining down manna for the people
yeah,
out in the
yeah,
desert so they
bread.
can eat.
Yeah,
You know?
but they were hungry. Were these farmers hungry?
She's just making some soap.
I don't think so. She's busy making soap. Didn't say she was out hunting or something.
Homeboy was drinking.
Yeah, making soap, and God just blows it on her back.
Here's a bunch of meat. Eat up. Sorry I didn't cook it.
Whew.
Okay. All right. One Mr. Harrison Gill, whose veracity is unquestionable. I like that sentence. Whose veracity is unquestionable.
Wait a minute. Who's saying that? How do I know it's unquestionable?
That's from a newspaper. That's why I put all these extra things in here, because you got questions like that.
Jesus.
His veracity is unquestionable. It's from a journalist, I guess. Hearing of the event, visited the site the next day. He claims to have seen meat stuck to fences and scattered on the ground. This was also corroborated by a correspondent from the Louisville Commercial. Louisville Commercial is a paper. Okay.
So two
Writing from-
papers.
Writing from Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
So but anybody can throw fucking meat all around and then say, "Hey, meat rained down. Come check it out." Am I wrong?
No, you're not
You're
wrong.
not wrong.
Are you implying that Mrs. Gill threw the meat, or that somebody threw the meat and Mrs. Gill was unaware of someone throwing meat?
It could have been Mrs. Gill, or maybe she was making up the story to protect her husband. I don't know, or maybe they just wanted to play a prank on Kentucky.
What's the motive for throwing meat over 100 square?
Have you ever
50
known
square
anybody
yards?
that just lies to lie?
Eric raised
I
his
just
hand.
raised my hand for all you viewers and listeners at home
I have
I
met
often
people who just
lie
lie. Yeah.
for laughing. I just make shit up. Joseph used to call me 50 because why?
Because 50% of what you said was nonsense.
I'm proud of that.
It's nonsense.
He's trying for 75.
You're so nonsensical, Eric.
You gotta say that with the lip smacking thing. I don't believe you.
Oh man,
All right, let's see if we can pick more of this apart.
I was just curious because it seems like old lady. What's her face?
Gillis?
Gillis.
Crouch.
Oh.
Mrs. Crouch.
Okay, yeah. Crouch. The Crouches are the only ones that, I'm holding up quotations, witnessed this.
She was the only one who witnessed it. Yeah.
Oh, her husband didn't even see it.
I don't know that he even saw it because it doesn't say anything other than he says it was a religious event.
She didn't have her phone around?
No.
1870 some odd.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she wasn't out there shooting like selfies for Instagram or
I
something
know, right?
while her husband was like away, on her secret Instagram
Doing
chat.
a duck face with the meat falling.
Look, meat. I love meat. I love meat hitting me in the face.
What's her name?
We call her Mrs. Crouch.
Mrs. Crouch. She's got the meats. That's
That's all you.
that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
She's got the meats.
Okay. Two local gentlemen.
How do we know they were gentlemen?
I knew that was coming.
Two local ruffians.
Because saying gentleman makes them appear that they're more trustworthy. That's why we say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I guess I could say two local junkies.
Two local assholes.
Yeah. Two local gentlemen tasted the meat and gave varying identifications of the meat as lamb and deer. Local hunter.
Oh, see, discrepancy there. Lamb and deer taste nothing alike.
They really don't. taste
Local hunter B.F. Ellington identified it as bear.
More like B.S. Ellington.
Yeah. Leopold Brandy's.
Oh, fucking Leopold, come on.
There's a lot of people who saw this meat, apparently, okay?
Morgan's in stitches over there. Fucking Leopold.
Oh, the name, yeah. People in the 1800s had exotic names. Leopold.
Leopold the Fanciful.
I am B.F. Ellington. Yeah.
I know.
I am B.F. Ellington, and I declare this is bear.
I'm Leopold the Fanciful. Have you met my cousin Jeff? He will correct your grammar.
Leopold's all over there like,
I'm feeling sick. He's all pale. He's got like purple circles under his eyes.
Fuck, I'm sweating over here.
this meat has made me feel sick. Oh, Father, I don't think I'll make it.
Bring me my dampness rag.
Okay, so Leopold's got the vapors. Okay, Leopold Brandy's writing for the Sanitarian, which is another paper. I don't know why it has such a weird name. Sanitarian just sounds like an insane asylum.
Trump's having a heart attack right now. Fake news. This is all journalist.
These folks are from Kentucky, so they might have his back. Trump's back.
Maybe.
Or maybe Trump's got their back.
Yeah, Leopold
Real
Brandy's
news.
was writing for the Sanitarian, identified the substance as nostoc. Nostoc is a type of cyanobacteria.
Yeah, maybe by the time he got there, it was bacteria.
Nostoc is it's
Come on.
it kind of looks like a jelly type substance. Shows up in like little balls. It does not look like meat to me. I was looking at pictures of it.
Yeah.
But what happens is it's a bacteria that's like on the ground, and when it rains, it causes it to turn into these little like jelly pebble things.
Oh, maybe I've seen that stuff before.
You may have seen it. It's apparently pretty common. And I looked up some information about it. Apparently, in some cultures, people eat it.
Is it not a fungus? It's not a fungus. It's a bacteria.
On sight of it, you might think it's a fungus.
Yeah.
Can I point out that, Joseph, you may misunderstand the point of a highlighter. Joseph has like
this was
5 sheets of paper and all of it's highlighted. There's like one sentence that's not covered in highlighter ink.
Not even making that up. Eric's dead serious.
No, you're accurate. This was my old method of tracking what I felt was worthy of reading and what was not worthy of reading, and to help keep things like, because maybe I want the piece of information for your insane questioning.
Oh, okay.
For my logical questioning.
Okay. Okay, the fact
Morgan's beating the table.
the fact that Nostoc expands into a clear jelly-like mass when rain falls on it, often giving the sense that it was falling from the rain. Brandeis gave the meat sample to the Newark Scientific Association for further analysis, leading to a letter from Dr. Alan McLean Hamilton, appearing in the medical record and stating the meat has been identified as lung tissue from either a horse or a human infant. And it may seem that those two meats would be totally different, because that's what it seems like to me. I'm guessing human infant lung tissue and horse meat are totally different.
Yeah.
But apparently they're similar enough with the technology back then to not be sure which one it was.
So he just like poked it with a stick.
Right, tasted it. He had like a child's lung, and he tasted it. Then he tasted the sample. And he's like, they taste the same.
This is either from a small child or a horse.
They all got ridiculous accents.
So your glasses don't have glasses in them.
Oh, man. My COVID's acting up. Whew.
Oh, God.
All right, the composition of the sample was backed up by further analysis, with 2 samples of the meat being identified as lung tissue, 3 as muscle, and 2 as cartilage. Locals favored.
Oh, okay. All right. Where is this going?
McCormick seasoning.
We prefer allspice, yeah. Locals favored the explanation that the meat was vomited up by buzzards. Okay, I don't know if y'all are aware of this.
All of that?
But that's like a thing that like turkey buzzards and stuff do, because they gorge themselves
Right.
when they're on the ground eating. And then if there's a threat, they vomit, like projectile vomit,
To make themselves lighter.
to make themselves lighter so they can get the hell out. And then the vomit is also like just fucking repulsive to most animals,
I mean, from what you read about the accounts of it, though, it sounds like it was a good amount of meat.
That seems like that's a lot of vultures vomiting. And my thinking is that vultures use it, they vomit so they can fly. They don't fly and then vomit, do they?
Right. I don't know.
So I started looking into it.
Oh, here we go.
I started looking into vultures
Side
vomiting.
note.
Because,
Vulture vomit.
and I only located one report on the internet. There may be more, but I was only able to find one, and I didn't want to spend the rest of my life looking for this shit of vultures vomiting while in flight. And it's from a page called airbirdnaturalist.wordpress.com titled A Vomiting Vulture. The author describes encountering feeding vultures while driving. The raptors become startled, and as they fly away, one of them vomits on the author's car. And the dude seemed really excited about this because, he's really into birds.
Okay. All right.
I would be really upset if somebody vomited on my car.
Even a bird?
Anybody, yeah, because it's going to fuck the paint up.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But that's also a bird on the side of the road in the process of trying to get some height and some altitude.
Yeah.
That's not a bird or a bunch of birds hanging out up there high enough where Mrs. Crouch can't.
Where
is
she
not
thinks
aware
that
of
it's
it.
raining meat from heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
It just seems like a strange thing. And that's where that ends.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe sentient bird creatures were playing a joke on her. They were like on the other side of her barn. They all like sprayed their vomit.
Maybe. I found this subject I picked up a book called
Vomiting Vultures.
no, there's like the
Meat showers of memory.
it's like the world of the damned or something like that. It's this guy has a book that he wrote that is he just on his own for whatever reason became obsessed seemingly with phenomenon involving things falling from the sky, and just started researching at his library in his local library in like Brooklyn, New York or whatever, entries from papers from around the world of weird stuff falling from the sky. That's how I got to that subject. Because I got the book and I found one of them because I was listening to it because I do books like most people do books now, where someone else does the reading.
That's right.
Because that's really the way to do it. I don't know how people got time for that. To just sit
and read.
I have trouble sitting that long, and I have trouble finding that much time where I'm not being interrupted by something. Like something. Even if it's just me interrupting myself. Anyway, this book has like all kinds of crazy stuff falling out of the sky, like blood and like other things of meat, limestone pillars, just strange stuff falling from the sky. He was theorizing that there is events going on around, like above us, kind of like as if we were sea creatures living in the ocean, and something's going on the surface, and then that stuff rains down to the creatures in the ocean. To them, it would just seem like something weird's falling out of the sky. He was theorizing that some of this stuff, because some of it's like cannonballs and stuff, is from events occurring in space, and this was like in the 1800s.
What do you think about that?
I think some of it might be legitimately, phenomenon that we do not grasp at this point. I think a lot of it is mistaken identity. He also discusses, fish raining from the sky, frogs.
Well, frogs is that's a phenomenon. They had their scientific reasoning behind that. It's a weather phenomenon where weather can actually drop frogs.
They get up in the clouds and stuff, and then
Yeah,
and I found one of his where it was like a turtle, but it was like encased in ice when it fell because it was apparently. But I mean,
because it was super cold up there.
Yeah, it was a gopher turtle, but it's like I think they weigh like a couple pounds. So something that weighs a couple pounds was lifted high enough into the air and stayed up there long enough to get caked in ice and then fall to the ground. It's kind of crazy.
So you haven't touched on this about the meat, and this is kind of where I thought you were going with it. Extraterrestrials.
Well, he touched on it.
In what you just read?
Not the specific article, but that guy who wrote that book.
Yeah.
He touched on it.
like there's a UFO. Somebody forgot to clean the hamburger meat grinder up there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what he was.
No, I feel like I've heard that that stuff before, that like there'll be things falling out of the sky like ground meat and stuff, and they attribute it to extraterrestrials.
Yeah, and that's what he was kind of saying, that it could be from like a war going on up there to explain some of the stuff.
Ooh.
It could also be just like cargo that they're doing in their commerce up there.
And their alien travels.
Yeah, and you just, they like lost a cargo ship or something, and it rains down as frogs or whatever.
So here's something I'm completely making up, but I could somehow get behind.
Okay.
Is that there's like string theory, where there's all these parallel universes or dimensions going on right beside each other. What were to happen if somehow those crossed over in some way, and like you say, something just pops out of one into another? I could buy into something like that. Now, I just completely made that up in my head, but there's some scientific...
I could buy into that.
Even though I made it up, I guess there's some scientific quote-unquote basis for it if you take theories like string theory, or the fact that there some people, I forget how many dimensions people say, some scientific theories say that there are. There's like, there's like supposedly this tetrahedra thing, and there's so many different dimensions that could possibly interact, like way more than 4 dimensions, which is what we suppose right now, right? There's the 3 dimensions of space and then time.
Yeah.
But some people suppose that there's, I don't know. Do y'all know the exact amount?
I don't know the exact amount, but I've heard that about, there being like multiple things, which is like getting way out of my ability to wrap my head around stuff. Because I mean, you just asked me to like envision like 100,000 of one object, and I can't rationally picture what that would look like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there's a whole science behind that too, about what we can imagine and why it's difficult for us to wrap our minds around certain things just based on the number of them. Like the Holocaust, it's hard to imagine how awful that was because no one can imagine 6 million of anything.
Right.
Our brains don't have the capability of imagining 6 million of anything because we don't know what it looks like.
I bet if we destroyed the moon, we could imagine that.
If we destroyed the moon, yeah, then we could imagine it. But like right now, it would be hard to imagine what destroying the moon would be like because we've never seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, anyways.
You can theorize.
Yeah. Like I guess you could imagine 6 million particles of sand if you got 6 million particles and put them together because they're so small, but that still wouldn't bring justice to 6 million humans.
Yeah. And also they're so small. Like if you took them and laid them out in an even grid or something, then it would suddenly be hard to conceive.
Right, because of the space between them.
The sand.
Yeah, even some scientific stuff is really freaky. Like if you think about it, most of what we are is space. If you were to measure the space between the atoms of our body, most of what we are is empty space by what we scientifically know right now.
Yeah.
Which
to look
is
at
not
you
necessarily
or
empty,
me,
right?
we don't
You
look empty.
solid, right?
Right.
Yeah. Sit on that and marinate for a while.
Yeah. You ever get that thing, like when someone puts their hand close to you, but you can't physically see that it's close to you, but you still know it's like close to you somewhere?
They say that's a thing.
Like if somebody comes up behind you and puts their hand close to your back, you can almost like feel that there's something near you.
Temperature change or space?
Yeah, like there's some kind of energy transfer or something going on there.
That's like they say when somebody's staring at you too.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel a stare.
And people get that same feeling like with like paranormal stuff involving ghosts and whatever. They feel like somebody's looking at them, or like sometimes when I'm in my house, I like on some days, and I don't know what the relationship is between anything else that goes on in the house, but it feels like there's like somebody walking right behind me. Like
I hate that feeling.
Right in my steps, where if I were to stop suddenly, they'd bump into me or something.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like we freak ourselves out with that stuff too. Like even as an adult, I've watched really creepy shit on TV, and it's like 3 a.m, and I go to use the bathroom, and I feel like someone's right behind me. But that's probably because I just watched the ghost story.
That could be it. It could also be that these things are always there, and that we go into a sense of like a heightened sensitivity when we get stressed out from watching like a horror movie.
Well, I was doing this book. I say doing because, like Joseph said, I wasn't reading it. I was listening to it. But one of the things that
was fucking this book.
Doing it.
Take that, you 13-page motherfucker.
Wow.
That's a short book.
Yeah.
But it talked about like a way to do things is to think about something that you really want or that you really want to be and write it 15 times a day. And they said it's not really willing things into existence as much as it is like once you start bringing things to the forefront, your brain will then recognize it, such as if you're out in a crowded mall or something and you hear somebody say, like if I heard somebody just say Morgan, I pick up on that. I don't pick up on the rest of the conversations, but I would hear my name because I'm conditioned to hear my name, right?
Right.
So same thing with maybe watching a ghost movie or something. You know, now all of that shit's there at the forefront. So yeah, you can feel the presence more because it's right there and your brain's thinking about it. Does that make sense the way I described that?
Maybe.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I recently got a cat, and I remember this from having cats before. Cats will sometimes look at a seemingly blank spot on the wall or whatever,
Right.
as if they're intently focused on something that's there, you know?
Yeah.
And it just seems odd to me that a cat would just... Cats, because they're geared for predation, like movement and stuff attracts their attention, you know? And so it seems to me that maybe a cat is able to see things that I cannot, or sense things that I cannot, you know, because sometimes my cat will just be focused on something and I'll go over there and look and I don't see shit,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense to me that the cat would just be randomly doing that to fuck with me as like some kind of joke, you know?
My dog does that shit. She'll totally just start barking at
Something.
a door.
There is a
or
reason
corner.
why she would bark,
Yeah.
because I've seen her bark at a reflection.
Yeah, but
And
she'll do it
that-
in the living room too. Like,
Right. But she's definitely barking at a reflection. She sees
Right.
something and
But
she's
there
letting
could
you know.
also be rational reasons for these things
right.
that we don't know, too.
Why is that not rational?
Shadow people could be rational.
They could be.
I mean, if shadow
My brain just stopped for a second.
if shadow people
Maybe rational is not the right word. There could be other things that are explainable in physics that we know now that explain these things. Like cats. Cats could just be bored because they're predatory creatures in a house where they don't have to use their predatory skills. So
staring
they're
off into
fucking
space.
playing games with themselves and shit. I don't know.
yeah, that could be.
I'm just playing the could be game.
It could be.
I think Morgan's giving me the time signal. Morgan,
I have to pee
you give me the time signal.
badly.
I
Do you
told
guys
you-
want to continue the show while I go to the
I
bathroom?
told you we needed to get a pee bottle in here.
Well, I think it's about time to wrap the old show up anyways. Do you want to wrap up? Can you hold it that long?
Yes.
Let's wrap it.
All
Sorry
right.
to cut it short.
We're going to do our social media plugs.
We can plug. Mine's quick. TikTok, Eric Dark 41. Last time I forgot to say 41. I haven't been putting out a lot of new content lately because I've been busy with this thing. I've been doing more with this. But Eric Dark
Eric Dark.
41 because the CL to the D is going to fool them all. That's my plug.
Okay. I got a Instagram, Joseph T. Antonio, and I have a YouTube, which is Winding Sheet, where I try to, put up. I try to keep it a little dark and a little morbid, although I don't know. Is it ever dark enough? The answer is usually no.
Was that your plugs?
Yeah, go ahead, Morgan.
Okay.
Pluggy.
I'm gonna plug. I got a Instagram, MoDaddy1981. Nothing really cool going on there, but there's also YouTube. Got Wood Electric 81, and that's where, let's see, I think that's where the electrical tips are. And then there's just Wood Electric, 2 words, where you can find my kids and myself playing guitar, singing, and up to some hijinks.
All right.
Who's our friend of the week?
I'm voting Eric.
Yeah, Eric, you have done
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm part of the group.
no. I mean, you are,
But-
but
Wow.
But it's
Wow.
but dude,
That's not what I
no,
meant when I-
no, you're not. Nope.
you've
No,
gone
I mean, like,
above and
yeah.
beyond with helping us like put some of these like missing pieces together.
I'm
that we
trying to
were
catch
struggling
up.
with.
I get
meant-
depressed sometimes, and I quit showing up, and I feel bad about it. So I've been trying to catch up.
And then you come around and you start knocking shit out that we've taken months to try and figure out. So
yeah, like we would not be on YouTube if not for you.
we have a YouTube channel. What's it called, Eric?
It's called Japtalion and This Guy.
That's right. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit your notification bell so you can get all the wonderful episodes as they come out.
And tell your mom about it.
Your mom.
Or tell your dad if you can find him.
Oh, God. So Morgan's got to piss,
Yep.
which means we got to go watch.
You guys have a good night.
Good morning.
Or good whatever time of the day it is.
Boom.